everyone. I am here with Chassie Carnes from Once Upon a Pomskies, and we just finished yesterday the Pomsky Showdown confirmation show. And so today we are doing some fun events. We're going to do some agility and rally. So the dogs are all primed for that. These guys are headed back home. So I wanted to get this interview in before they left for their long trip back to Georgia. And Chassie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm actually originally from Maine, and we moved down to Georgia about 4 years ago. When we heard about this Pomsky Showdown, we were so excited. We were so on board, and it has just been an amazing experience meeting people that we've talked to for probably 9 or 10 years now.
Right.
And I know you were one of the first breeders that I talked to that's a part of this. So I was so excited to meet you, most of all, definitely.
I think we just had such a good time, and I think that we learned so much. The judge, Amy, was so good with all of us, really explained to us where our dogs were strong and where they had faults and what she was looking for. It was such a good educational experience.
It was, and it's stuff that we can bring back to our own programs, because now we know what they're going to look for the next show.
Right.
As far as like where she likes it, what to look for in forms of structure, that was like extremely educational. Because it's one thing to like talk about it, but to actually see it and her explain it to you,
right.
that was just awesome. I just loved, getting that hands-on experience with her. And she was an amazing judge, because she sat down with us for a couple of hours to just
right.
talk to us and to hear our ideas and to offer her own opinions. And I think that was very valuable.
Right. So who do we have here?
So this is Cayenne.
Okay. And how did he do in the show yesterday?
He did amazing. He took first in his age and size, and then he took reserve in the micro division.
Oh, neat. Yeah, and when you first showed up here, was he where you were confident that he was going to show good, or just over time with practice that it got better?
I think it was a lot of practice. I know the first night we got here, we went around the ring with all of the dogs a few times. And a lot of the other breeders who have, like you, Maddie, I know was in there.
Christy
was in there, kind of helping everybody with, what they've done in the past or what they've seen in the past, and helping people like me who have never done a dog show before. I've been to them, but I've never actually done one.
Right.
So it was really nice that everybody just came together. And yes, it's a competition, but it didn't feel like a competition, because we were all rooting each other on.
Exactly.
And just like I told Jeremy when we came here, I was like, to me it didn't matter if my dogs placed. I just wanted to come and meet everybody and experience this, because I do feel like I did Pomeranians before this, but when I went into Pomskies, I felt like the breeders were more of family. It wasn't so much of a competition. Like, I know I preferred people to you, you preferred people to me, and it's not like we look at each other as competition. We look at each other as it's like a family.
Right. Working together for the betterment of the breed is how I feel. So if I have something that someone's looking for, or if I don't have something that someone's looking for, but yet I know that I've seen that you do, we'll go back and forth and help each other out. So I think that's great. So as for next year, do you feel that it would be good to recommend people to come, even if they're not haven't done real great in practicing for the show? Do you think that there's enough hands-on to teach people when we get to the show how to show their dog, and the next day be able to show them no problem?
Oh, definitely. Look at me. I've never done this before, and I brought my 2 boys But then I also picked up a puppy, and I was able to get that puppy with your help, Christy's help, and everybody that was helping on the field. And Nikki, that puppy, she hadn't even known me 24 hours, and she did great.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I got here, I had no intentions of showing her, but you and Christy were like, she's beautiful, you need to show her. So I was like, you know what, I will do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if she's going to be nervous. I don't know if she's, but, this is his learning experience. This is the first one.
Right. Everybody's in the same boat, and so just working together. So what do you have available at your kennel right now? Once Upon a Pomsky is what the name of her kennel is, Chelsea's Kennel.
So I actually had a litter born a couple days before I left. So I do have a litter of 7 puppies. One is already, I do have a waiting list, so I do have one that will be spoken for. I don't know which one.
Okay.
But all the other 6 babies will be available at 8 weeks.
And so where can they find you?
So we are listed on Good Dog, and I also have a website, which is onceuponapomsky.com, plus Facebook and TikTok.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for doing the interview, and we're praying that you have a safe trip home, and we thank you so much for coming out and celebrating this great breed with us.
Well, I want to thank you for hosting this and including me in it, because when you told me, I was like, yes, we've got to do this.
Well, I appreciate it. It was a long drive. How many
It
hours?
was worth it. It was about 15.
15 hours? Nah, that's nothing.
We've driven farther before.
One thing about it, these little dogs, they do travel.
They do. Yeah.
Like you hardly even know that they're in the vehicle.
They were completely silent. If we hadn't stopped to check on them, we would never known they were there.
Yeah.
They didn't make a sound.